Finish going through this reading today, and we're going to start the next one, and then I'll post the next assignment for you. All right. Okay. So we'll have to use conventional means today. So let's go through this. All right. So kalaroe, anegignoska parakalaton proton logon. Lenikeyi.
Thrasustemu kai Mithridatus ana ta ore ta probata elananton hode kuros epic. I can never figure it out. Epiza. Sorry, I always want to do this. I'm sorry. Meta ton alon helicon ton en toi erte come oikunton.
Oikunton kalasta kai metafraze parakalo stoops.
So while Thrasustemos and Mithridates are driving the herds up the mountain,
Very good.
up the mountains,
Good, excellent.
Cyrus was playing
Yeah.
with the others of his contemporaries, the ones living in the village.
Kalasta. Kai anagignoska parakalaton deuteron logon, the second sentence.
Kai hoi paides paitantes elonto curon ealton basileia enai.
Kalasta. Kai Maria metafraze parakalo. Translate.
And
Mhm.
the children
Mhm.
playing.
The children in
What's a
Helonto from Hyreo. So Hyreo, Hyreso, Helon, which means I choose, I select. Pick.
Chose Cyrus
Mhm.
to be
To be kalasta.
the king of them.
Their king, kalasta. Kai anagignoska ton kriton logo. So read for us. Helenike.
Ha
Mhm.
de auton dietaxe
Dietaxa.
tus main oikias oikotomain Tuesday
Tusda.
da to
Porus kalasta.
Enai ton de
Tonda.
tonda hu tinar auton of
Ophthalmon.
Basileos enai o de
Hoi.
de
Da.
tas
Hoi da.
hoi datas agelias ferein edidu geras os
Ekastoi.
castoi ergon prostason.
Prostasun kalas. Kai metafraze parakalo kalaroe.
Okay. He like appointed.
Very good. It's from tasso. Tasso etaxa means to organize, really, to align, to situate. Okay, so we get from this word tactics. Okay, taxonomy comes from this. Okay.
He chose some of
Uh-huh.
them
Very good.
to build houses,
Very good.
some others
Uh-huh.
to be spear bearers,
Excellent. Very good.
and
Tom Tina.
perhaps someone
Excellent.
to be
Very good. To be to be
uh,
the Ophthalmon.
the eye of the king.
Very good. And some one of them,
Let's-
Alton of them,
Yeah.
to be the king. Okay, very good.
To him,
Mm-hmm.
the job
He Didu from Didoma.
he gave,
He gave.
the job
Geras
The
is really the
honor.
honor. Very good.
of carrying,
To carry.
to carry the messages.
Very good. Okay.
Okay, so in this way,
Right.
he assigning a job
Ergon.
to each
To
of
each.
them.
Understand. Kai anagignoska paracolaton. Proton, deuteron, triton, tetarton. Tetarton logon.
Ace,
Haste.
sorry, Haste de Teuton. Where are we now? Haste.
He stayed. So we're talking. So when Marie was reading about da, so hoda, and we're going to use hoda because there is a hode. Okay, so it's an intensified form of that particle. Okay, haste day.
Teuton, tone, Pydon, Sumpixon,
Sumpaizonton.
Sumpizonton, Hain,
Ain.
Ain, Pace, to
Pies.
to Artembarus, Andros, Dokimu, and Medoisa, Kai U, Epoisa, To, Eg, Tu, Kuru, Prostaxten.
Proskakten. Kalasta. Kai metafraza.
So one of the children,
One of those.
playing together,
Very good.
was the child of Artembares.
Artembares.
Like a well-known man
A man of repute.
of repute
Okay.
amongst the Medes,
Among the Medes, Kalasta.
and he did not do that which had been assigned
Had been assigned. Very good.
by Cyrus.
By Cyrus. Very good. So this is the aorist passive participle. It's the neuter accusative. Prostakthes. Prostakthen. Prostakthes. Thesethen. Kalasta. Kai anagignos.
Ha un kuros ekalua
Kelua.
auton tus alus paidas dialaben pethomenon the ton paidon ho kuros ton paida tracheos capta per espe mastigon.
Kalasta. Let me just point out sort of stylistically here, we've got this present participle, right? That modifies the subject at the very end of the sentence, just like we saw, okay, right up here, hos hekastoi prostason. Okay, so this is a Herodotean thing that we've seen here in a couple of hints. So metaphrase particular Maria.
Cyrus. Order.
He ordered, and this un is it indicates a consequence, okay? And therefore, as a consequence of this, Cyrus ordered the tus alus paidas.
The other
Uh-huh.
children
Uh-huh.
to I don't remember.
Lambano. Lambano means to take something, to grab a hold of.
To take
Mhm.
him.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that persuaded?
Uh-huh. And persuaded, in other words, obeying with it. And when the kids were obeying,
And the children obeying Cyrus.
he he dealt with, he handled
Handled
Don Baida,
the child very,
Rogeos,
very harshly,
very harshly,
whipping.
whipping, okay? And he, whipping, understood Alton, him,
Mhm.
dealt with him very harshly. Kalusta. Kai anagignoska Maria Parakalo. Tom pepton logon.
Hada
Excellent.
epete,
Epeta.
epeta, eluthe,
Uh-huh.
taxista,
Uh-huh.
os de gay,
Uh-huh.
day,
But the host, the day.
good day, anaxia, eatu, pathon, malon, t, elupetu,
Uh-huh.
catelphon, de ace, colon, ros, ton, patera, epoicti,
Apoik
septum,
tidzetum.
epoicti, ton, upo, to Bugolu, to Astragus, Hydos, Aim, Tese.
Ain is kalasta. Metaphrase parakalo kalaroi.
Okay. He having like suffered.
So this luo to I release.
Oh, yes. He
And then at beta,
then he was released.
and this kakista, which the superlative in that means as soon as he was released.
Okay.
As soon as he was released.
Having this is having suffered the things.
From Bosco, yeah. Having suffered.
Things that were something to him. Like unworthy to him?
Unworthy of him, yes, very good. Unworthy of him. Now note that we've got these two particles here. Ga, which is a limiting one. At least, okay, with regard to this particular, and then de. So, having suffered things that were, well, at least, in this particular circumstance, okay, so it has a tendency to limit this particular, and so in this way, in this particular circumstance at this moment, having suffered things that were unworthy of him.
Is anoxia the word that was related to wanox?
No, it's not. So this is oxios. This is the word
It's negated.
oxios, and it's negated by an alpha, but we have to put a nu in between there.
Okay.
So oxios means causing something, sort of responsible for something. Okay.
He was grieved quite a bit.
Quite a bit. Malonte quite a bit.
Going down into the town toward the father.
To his father, right?
To his father. for the things he encountered.
Yeah.
From,
So we have a kind of a condensed syntactic construction here. Ap oikitsuto, he evoked the sympathy,
okay.
complained, if you will,
Okay.
because oiktizo is to pity something. Okay, so this is in the past. So let's return it around. So gaining the pity, that was complaining, and complaining about, we would say about
Of
the things. Now here, about, so here we've got two finite verbs. We've got eintesa and apoiktizito. We should have some sort of connective there to create a separate clause. You can't just have something like that. So he complained about things which, we would say, eintesa, he encountered by
The child of Astyages,
the child of the Bokulu,
the cowherd
uh-huh,
of Astyages.
Sebastiages. Okay, good. Anagignoska poda ton hekton logo on the sixth sentence.
Hoda Artembares
Mhm.
Orge
Mhm.
Hos Ega
Mhm.
Elthon Paraton Astuagea
Mhm.
Kai Ama
Hama,
Hama Agomenos Ton Paida Anarsia
mhm,
Pragmata
mhm,
Ethe Ponthena
Pepontena, Kalos.
Legon Hoi is it O
Oh, Basaliu.
El Basiliu Hupo Tu Su Dulu
Mhm.
Bugalu de Pidos. Is that rough or short?
Hoda,
Hoda Periu Rismen
Rizmatha.
Periu Rismatha Decnus Tu Pidos Tus Almus.
Constant. Now look here, we've got these forms of basileus, okay? So we've got basilea, accusative singular, right? We've got basileos, the genitive singular, right? Here we go. And here we've got basileu, the imperative, or the vocative, right? Okay. Metaphrase, the parakalos stux.
So Artembares.
Yeah.
That's a rough breathing mark on host, right?
Uh-huh.
So who?
Uh-huh. Well, this is not a relative pronoun, but
so,
it's that adverb or conjunction
As-
we've seen. Yeah.
yeah. So as or since he is that from Echo?
It's from Echo, yeah.
So since he had
Uh-huh.
I forget what word it is.
The groan, I think.
Orge is anger.
Ah.
So here we have echo. And echo, we've seen echo with an adverbial thing means to be something. So, pos ekes, how are you? Right? Kalos echo, I am well. Here we have a nominal, a noun, in the dative singular, which is being used, and this sometimes happens other places, adverbally, okay? Being, we would say, inasmuch as he was angry, okay? As much as he was angry.
It's from Eric, am I right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So going
Having gone,
or having gone.
Right.
It's part of a preposition. So
Around?
What?
Para is around?
No, that's pere.
that's what I was thinking of. Which is two. Yeah,
Okay.
to the Astuage.
To Ostuage. Ostuage, so who's that?
Isn't that one of Mithridates' parents?
That is the king.
Oh, the king.
Astyages, right? Astyages. And look, we've got this. Here's the accusative singular. Here's the genitive singular. Okay.
And at the same time,
Ago,
so leading
leading.
the child.
And note here that this is in the middle voice, okay? Ago, taking a direct object. So bringing along
Bringing along
his son.
his son.
He, F.A.,
He
from Fema,
spoke of.
he said,
He said
now we go into direct discourse. He said that
he where did we see this?
that he understood Tompaida
The child
and Pepompenai, or that Anarsia Pragmata Pepompenai.
so that like unjust things.
That's right. Anarsia, arsenos means manly. Okay, so this is undignified. Undignified pragmata.
Events. Yeah.
Had been suffered.
Had been
Okay,
suffered.
so this is Pepompenai is the perfect passive infinitive of Pascal. That unmanly, unseemly things
Had been suffered.
had been suffered.
Okay.
Legon,
Saying, O king,
okay,
by your
by to Paidos,
by the child
uh-huh.
of your is that like subject?
Slave,
Slave.
doulos is slave.
The child of your slave, the cowherd.
Mhm.
This
Hod in this way,
in this way,
and note that this is different than hos, because it's hoda, and this da is that deictic element saying in this way. Okay, in this way we have been perahubrismata.
we have been wronged.
Well, yeah, hubrizo means to act hubristically towards, and it can mean hubrizo actually can mean a physical assault. Okay, so to outrage someone. Okay, and so here's the perfect. Okay, so this is the perfect hubrismata. We, and note that it's plural here, we have been outraged. We have been, and we could even say assaulted, if you will, by the son of your servant, the cowherd. And in doing that, he deiknus from deiknuma,
He showing
and this is the present participle, showing,
the wounds,
well, the omus,
the shoulders
of
his son.
the child. Yes, very good. Ara ekite erotemata.
Yeah, just what is, I only got the ama agomenos
Mhm.
from the note.
Mhm.
What is that actual construction?
Let's read this. Hama agomenos. Tohama, this word, this tohama, is an epirima, is an adverb. To agomenos arsenikei, kai hinnikei, kai onomastikei meto ke, oh, that should be not a kappa, but a he. In enesto ta chronoi, kai meso diathese apo ago, apso egero. Okay, so, to agomenos, this word, to agomenos, is a metoke, is a what?
That's a middle,
No,
but a participle.
participle.
Right.
It's a participle and it's an arsenic.
Um,
We just saw on Arcia right here.
so it's proper.
Well,
Worthy.
no, what are the characteristics of a
Oh,
participle?
masculine.
Masculine.
Yeah, yeah.
It's masculine and kai henike.
Genitive.
No,
Oh.
not genike, but henike.
Singular.
Singular, onomastike,
Nominative.
nominative, okay. In estota chronon,
In the and it's like something tense.
Right. well, what tense is it?
Present.
Present tense. And in
Middle.
mese diathese,
Middle voice.
middle voice,
From ago.
from ago, oxo, agegon. The middle indicates, as in the idiom for marriage, bringing or leaving someone or someone for oneself. Okay, so he's bringing along a child.
Gotcha.
Ala erotemata?
So alma by itself just means the same at the same time, right?
Yes. Okay.
I don't think so.
Good, that's all right, so let's have a look at the next reading is, okay? Acusas de ton logon tu artembaros, caedon ta traumata tu paidos astuages, ethelon timoresai toi paida, times tes artembaros heneca, meta pempeto ton de bucolon kai ton parida. Ara eketen, ara erotemate eketen. You have questions about that? Te u gignoskata. What don't you understand?
Traumata.
Okay.
I'm guessing it has something to do with harm.
Yeah. Very good.
Trauma.
Trauma. Very good. Excellent.
And
Adon is C, right?
Adon. From horo. I see horo. In the aorist, we use a different verb, aedon. Okay, aedon, and this is the participle, so it doesn't have a lengthened, it doesn't have a temporal augment. So edon. Okay, and we know that it's an aorist participle. Why?
The accent is over the
The accent. Very good.
omega.
Remember back here, all of these aorist participles. Okay, so for example, athon. There's one right there. Kat elthon is another one. Let's see. Prostason is present, okay, because the accent comes back. Prostason.
you never have like a temporal augment on an aorist participle, right?
That's right. You don't have augments on participles. Okay. Well, you will have them technically. I mean, we think about the additions to the front of a
Right.
noun.
In terms of the
The
accent.
perfect, the duplication of the initial consonant, I think of as a temporal augment. And
Right.
that's in the perfect tense. But we don't have the, but not in the aorist.
Gotcha.
Okay, here's another elthon, aorist participle. Okay. So te esta diatithemon, what is the subject?
Understood you.
Diatithem, What's the subject of that sentence?
Understood you for
No.
the first part. Right?
No.
The Kusos and Posen.
Where's the verb? We've got this up here. Edon should tell us something, right? It's a metache.
Right.
Te esta he ptosis. What's the case? Nominative, okay? Te esta togenos. What is the gender?
Masculine.
masculine, okay? Te estet to arithmos. What's the number?
Singular?
Singular, okay? So we know the subject is masculine singular.
Understood he?
Well, not so much understood, it's definitely he, but what's in the nominative case up there?
Masculine.
Astuages.
okay,
Astuages, so that's the nominative. Let's go back and let's look at the other forms. We've got astuagea
Mm-hmm.
is the accusative, right? Astuagus is the genitive, right? So we've seen those three forms. So astuagus is the subject, okay? And what's the main verb? Metapempetone, kalasta. Okay, so now let's think. So, and we've got these participle, right? Akusas, kai idon, right? Kai ethelon. Right? So we've got these things. So all of these participles are going to take objects, right? So what's the object of akusas? What's that?
Ton logo.
Ton logon to artembaros, right? Okay. Now there's this thing about akuo. You remember akuo can take objects of different cases, okay? If it takes the accusative case object is actually the thing one hears. The genitive case object is the thing from whom or by whom or from whom someone hears something, right? So we could say, so even if we took out ton logon, akusas to artembaros would be he heard artembares. So we could just take that set. So he heard having heard the speech of artembares, okay? What's the subject or the object of idun? Diatitheminon, the subject. Diatitheminon. The subject is what?
Tadramata.
To paidos, kalasta. And what is the object? Diatitheminon of ethelon. Timoreisai, okay? Wanting, and note that this is a present participle, right? Wanting, timoreisai.
To.
Uh-huh. To exact vengeance or exact sort of appropriate. Time, we think of honor, okay? But it's literally the thing that is due one. And so it can be a negative thing too, okay? And note that we have, okay, this times, tes artembarus, this is a postposition, okay? Hineka, its object comes before it. Okay? All right, so let's translate this. Akusas, having heard
The speech.
the speech,
Artembares.
uh-huh,
And having
And-
seen
The wounds.
The-
the wounds,
of the child.
uh-huh, the child,
Okay.
astuage is the subject, ethelon,
Wanting to exact vengeance.
could be to avenge the child.
On account of the child.
Uh-huh, yeah, to avenge the child.
To avenge the child.
Hineka, on account of
On account of the honor
the honor
of himself,
Of-
of Artembares.
of Artembares. Okay. He metapempsito,
He sent,
sent, uh-huh.
um,
And this is really interesting because we have exactly the same idiom in English, okay? Metatissimani meta, what does meta mean?
with or
With the genitive, when it takes a genitive case object, or after, okay? So pempo, tissimani pempo, I what?
to send.
I send
Action.
after. I send after someone, right? It's exactly our idiom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I sent after someone, okay? So he sent after ton to hukolon,
The coward.
the coward kaiton paida,
And the child.
and the child, kalasta. Kalasta. Eptetada pareisan amphoteroi, lepsas proston kyron to astuages efe. Sude tu de toiu tu ontos pais, et to mesas ton tu de paida ontos pro tu paramone, a e kiai toi eda periespe. Et beta,
So then,
then,
the,
amphotheroi,
with both
both of them,
of them,
they were paresan,
they were,
from parema.
is it passive?
No, parema, ego parema, su pare, Maria pare,
And then pares.
paresta, emes, paresman, paresan.
So they, um,
Uk apema ala parema. Henry paresta.
is it present?
Present,
So
okay?
they were present.
When they were present, though, this is imperfect, esan.
So when they were present,
When they were present, when both of them were present, blepsas, blepoma, right?
Is
Or
that
blepo.
wonk,
No, that's bidizo or bino. Blepo,
leopard, where did we see?
blepo.
it's,
Ego blepo, kai su blepes, kai hemes, we are blepomen, ophthalmois. Ophthalmois.
C.
C, right, okay, ophthalmois. Kuomen, osa, ala blepomen, ophthalmois.
Okay.
so, they saw,
Having seen,
having seen,
so the subject is ho astuages, right?
right, he having seen,
Or having looked,
having looked
proston kyun.
upon Cyrus,
Yeah,
Astuages, said,
said, okay, now note this su, because su is already in the verb, right? It's already in the conjugation of the verb. So this is really emphasizing it. You, okay? Su de, you, therefore, therefore. Now, you, a pais,
you being, is Antos, yeah, being a child,
a child of Tuda,
of this
person here.
person here.
Okay, so he's pointing to whom?
He's
His
pointing to his father.
His father, Mithridates, of this person here, being Toyutu,
Being of this one.
being such a person. Okay, he's talking to the father. You, the child of this one here, who is of a certain type, okay?
So
Such a
Antos is referring to the,
Exactly, being Toyutu, such a person.
because that's genitive, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You etomesas. Okay, this is a new word.
I don't have the vocabulary.
Tomao, which means you dared. You dared to perespen, to handle, to deal with, right? We periespasa, remember? Okay. Ton, paida,
This child.
the child, tuda,
Of this one right
of
here,
this one right here, being
being the first,
first,
among,
paramoi,
first of mine,
well, before me, right?
before me.
Okay, before me. In my, you dare to peri Spain with a kiai toeda,
With this,
with this kind of, right, toeda, with this kind of a kiai. What would that be?
is it negating a kia?
Ekos is,
So with this unjust,
well, so ekos is something that is appropriate, okay?
so with this
With
inappropriateness,
this degree of inappropriateness, right? All right, good. Let's call it there, okay? Let's call it a day there.